Good morning, Tere. Mr. Toda, chairperson of this seminar, Mr. Toba, executive director of JICC, Mr. Kedastik, the chairman of Nuclear Energy Support Group, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to see all at this seminar on nuclear power here in Tallinn. This is the third seminar in consequence of the event last year, organized by JICC, sponsored by the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry Affairs of Japan, with the cooperation of the Ministry of Climate of Estonia and Fermi Energia. I'd like to extend a heartfelt welcome to you all. According to a report on electricity released by the International Energy Agency in January this year, electricity demand is growing in many data centers around the world due to the effect of the generative AI and other factors. In 2022, the world's electricity consumption was about 460 terawatt hours, but it is likely to be more than double the amount to about 1,000 terawatt hour in 2026. Estonia is the world's second largest digital nation in terms of data economy by the percentage of GDP. Generative AI could increase Estonia's GDP by 8% over the next 10 years. Therefore, in order to support the ecosystem of the data economy in Estonia, it seems necessary to develop more stable, sufficient, and a cleaner electricity and power grids within the country. In Estonia, a new cabinet was formed on July 23rd with former Minister of Climate, Mr. Kristen Michal, as Prime Minister. The Ministry of Climate, which is a huge organization, has a new Minister for Infrastructure to divide up its work within the ministry. And now, the Minister of Climate, Ms. Yoko Alender, who was a member of the Estonian-Japanese Parliamentary Friendship Group, is in charge of energy. Yoko Alender, the name Yoko is a very common Japanese female name, and my daughter is also Yoko. According to some sources, Minister Alender's father, who was a famous Estonian musician, named her after Ono Yoko, the Japanese wife of John Lennon of the Beatles. So we are very happy to have a minister with a good connection to Japan. The Ministry of Climate is currently preparing a climate-resilient economy bill to set the national and sector-based targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Now, let me explain to you about the energy situation in Japan. Japan's energy mix for the last year was 67% thermal, 11% solar, 8% nuclear, 8% hydroelectric, and 1% wind. In recent years, progress has been made in solar and biomass. Japan is aiming for its energy mix of 36 to 38% renewable energy and 20 to 22% nuclear power by 2030. But there is still a gap between the target and the actual situation. Before the accident of the Fukushima nuclear power plant caused by the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011, Japan had 54 nuclear power plants in operation, accounting for about 30% of its whole electricity generation. As of today, only 12 reactors have been in operation or restarted. 21 are destined to be decommissioned, leaving the remaining 21 reactors not in operation. Since 2022, the JICC has been implementing initiatives to benefit Estonia, such as visits and training in Japan and seminars in Estonia, in line with Estonia's requests and the interest. In November of last year, the second visit to Japan was conducted mainly for parliament members, and the delegation, including Mr. Sut, the former Minister of Entrepreneurship and Information Technology, visited the Fukushima Daiichi and Daini nuclear power plants, as well as Hamaoka nuclear power plant. I have heard that they are planning a similar visit to Japan in November or December of this year to inspect the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant and other sites. At the previous seminar, there are lectures on radioactive waste management and human resource development and education for nuclear industry were given. And I believe that they were very helpful for the Estonian side in terms of how many the personnel the regulatory authorities need, how to develop them, and how to manage radioactive waste. This time, the Japanese experts and the specialists from industry, academia, and government will give lectures on nuclear safety and safeguards, the operation and the training, supply chain management, and the construction related to boiling water reactors. Through these activities, Japan is helping and supporting Estonia's considerations. I believe that we will be able to hear useful information today as well, and I hope that the knowledge and expertise of Japan will be useful to all participants. Now, I'd like to conclude my remarks with the hope that this seminar will further deepen the understanding of nuclear power generation among the participants. Thank you very much. Aita.